to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, like, told me, keep on running. Toes they gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
Every fan doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
They done brought the first place glasses back out.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Very excited about today's episode. I know some of y'all like, come on, Joe. These are supposed to be the first place glasses. You're right. They are the first place glasses. Today's a special day. Today is the history has been made on R2L. Y'all know two of my co-hosts. I got my man Dave. First of all, shout out to my boy Marcus on right now. You know, my two everyday co-hosts. We got Mr. Get Done Son Tomo. He's not here right now on vacation. Hey, go have fun, my brother. And my man right here, Mr. Dave's Doghouse, right? And, you know, I'm a Commanders fan. Dave's a 49ers fan. Tomo's a Cowboys fan. And this is the first time in R2L history where their teams have no hope and my team's still in the race. That's the first time in history. So I had to throw on a glass to let everybody know who's first place on this show. And that's your boy, Joe, a.k.a. also Mark. Mark is also a Commander fan. Shout out to my boy Mark. But let's get to the topic, man. Look, first of all, we got things to talk about today. The 49ers lost to the Rams. I know Dave gonna spaz. We got to talk about that game. Listen, man, Campbell quit. You know, quitters never win and winners never quit. Dave, you know that. So we got to talk about that. Walked off the field in the third quarter in the game, and y'all were winning, right? It was a tie game or something. It's crazy.
Tie game.
We got to talk about the NFC West, the tight race. Who's going to win that division? We got the Bengals, another team that's fighting to get into the playoffs. Are they done? I know they didn't play, but we got to talk about it in a close race, right? They have a chance to get there. And lastly, y'all know it's Friday. We got to do the upset alerts. But like I said, I got two more bros with me. I got Mark right here, Commanders fan representing, JD5, let's get it. And I got my boy, 49ers fans, a long day for him. You know, my man Dave, Doghouse. He just had an episode at 4 p.m. Make sure you go back and check it out after this episode. But how y'all doing, fellas?
I'm good, man. It's a good week coming off a bad week. You know, now we got the Saints. Everybody well rested, so you know it's good. And it's pay week, so it's always a good feeling to get paid. But yeah, it's a good week.
It's actually a good week for me too. You know, Miami Heat are on a roll right now, so I'm definitely excited about that. Bam Adebayo is actually playing a lot better now. Tyler Hero has been cooking, so I'm feeling good. I understand that my Niners lost last night, but that don't make the week bad for me. Cam Ward just won the Davey O'Brien Award, so I'm feeling good about that. He's a first-team All-American, him and Xavier Restrepo, so I'm excited. I got a lot of things to be excited about. I had an episode today at 4:30 p.m. It was a great show, you know. I had my boy Mikey was in comments and Jovan. It was a great time, and I'm excited about today because it's Friday. And we all know what they do on Friday. They go to happy hour. They go to the club. You know, Thursday is pre-Friday, and now today is Friday. So for Friday, let's have fun and turn me up. Jody, do your thing.
All right. So look, I like the spirit, man. But listen, y'all. We are streaming this on 3 different platforms. Cause I have my hand on a certain button to press, but you went a different way. You kind of surprised me. All right, so shout out to you for that. All right. But yeah, anyway, we are streaming this on 3 different platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and X. So make sure y'all like the video on all 3 platforms. Follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can find us out at Refuse to Lose Sports everywhere, but on X at R2L Sports, and send this video to somebody so they can watch live with you, because you can be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to my boy Daniel being the first comment, right? Yo, appreciate you for being here. Shout out to my boy Ty for being in the comments also. You fell asleep at the trade deadline. Still makes me laugh. All right. But hold up. We got a super chat in here. Let's get it in. Shout out to my boy TYP. You want to read? Go ahead.
I got this. It was. I see my name in it, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna do the honors. Shout out to the best sports network. Who y'all drafting, Dave? Where the draft party going to be? Hashtag you Miami still trash. That's towards Kev, not me. Hashtag still no jersey. Hashtag in the red corner still the MVP. Okay.
Still no jersey? Dang.
Hey, still no hat. I ain't get my hat yet, so it's
all good. From the same person?
Yeah. Yep. But it's all good, man. I'm excited about today. So do you think? Shout out to us for having membership for 17 months. You know.
Yeah, that's crazy. 17-month member.
About to be 2 years, man. It's crazy.
Golly, that's crazy. And last but not least, y'all, enjoy the rest of the show. And let's kick it off. First topic. 49ers and the Rams play in a pivotal game. We talked about this. We called it a must-win on Tuesday. 49ers still in the race. They had some high hopes. They said that they would win that game. We all picked them to win that game. But it was a rainy day in the first half. It cleared up, got a little more sunshine. Not really. And then the Rams kept them scoreless in the second half and kicked 2 field goals and won that game 12-6. So we got to talk about that. Obviously, we all feel like the 49ers season is over. It's a tall hill to climb for them to get there. They can still get there, but it's a tall hill to climb. So, Dave, give me your reaction to the 49ers losing to the Los Angeles Rams.
Well, I want to
swept by the Los Angeles Rams. My bad.
Yeah, that's better. That's actually the truth.
Oh my God.
Hey, that's what the Rams said. They said that after the win last night. They said Kyron Williams said that they the new big brother. I don't think that's true, but hey, you swept us this year, so you get to say what you want. You know, you won the last 3 games against us, so hey, do your thing. You know, you remember they won the last game last year after it didn't matter for us. You know, we were already number 1 seed, so it didn't matter. But this year it means a lot because they swept us. My first reactions, I want to give credit to the Rams for winning that game. They played really good defense. Matthew Stafford played well in the second half to be able to allow them to win that game. Puka made some tough catches. And you know, they made all the field goals that they attempted. You know, they attempted 4, made all 4. We only got to the red zone twice and you know, got 2 field goals out of that. So we had that. Then now I got to talk about the defense. The defense played well last night, a lot better than it has previously. You know, last 2 games has been pretty good. Haven't allowed 20 points in the last 2 games. You know, that's awesome, and that's what having Dre Greenlaw out there and Tyler Noah Funga, two captains on that defense, 2 guys who are all pros and Pro Bowlers, guys that make a difference on that defense. And then Bosa was also back last night, so that also helped out with the defense as well. And shout out to Fred Warner, who again has another 100 tackle season. He's had 100 tackles in every season he started in the NFL. So shout out to Fred Warner. Still the best linebacker in the league, I would say. But, you know, there's some people that will have some arguments. But, hey, my man's playing on a broken ankle and still got 100-plus tackles. So the defense played great last night. You know, there were some plays that were missed, especially the one on 3rd down where the tight end was wide open. There was no one even in front of him for them to convert that, which allowed them to be able to, you know, ice the game pretty much. And the offense was just non-existent last night, honestly. Other than those 2 times when we got to the red zone, we really couldn't do much. We were 3 and out multiple times. Penalties killed us, especially the offensive pass interference on Kittle. That killed us. That was, that was a positive gain on that play, but it got negated because he instantly went up and started blocking when he wasn't supposed to. It wasn't a heavy penalty game, so that's one thing I want to say. Shout out to the refs. There wasn't a lot of flags thrown out in that game. And, we got some pressures out there, but we also allowed 19 pressures on offense. So that's not getting Purdy any real time to be able to, get any passes out. But Purdy honestly did not play well last night either. He missed some throws deep. He was 0-7 and completions down 20 plus yards, and he threw an interception on those deep passes. But the pressures what got to him. The Rams played really good defense, and the pressure got to our offense. Debo, you can't ask for the ball and then drop the ball when the opportunities are given to you. You had 2 drops in that game, 2 key drops, and it can't happen. It can't happen. Shout out to Kittle for being a leader and pulling him to the side. Say, hey, look, you got to stand. You got to stand in the front when you say something online, you say something out there, and you basically saying that you need the ball more. And then when you get the opportunities, you don't capitalize on it. So you got to be accountable to that and move on and do what you got to do. So shout out to Kittle for being the leader that he is. But like I said, the Rams, they won that game. I'm not going to say we lost it, but the Rams won that game. They played good defense and they made plays when they needed to. We didn't capitalize when we were supposed to. Purdy did not play well. The run game was not going. It was pretty much non-existent last night for us, whether it was Grindo or Patrick Taylor or Debo. I think we need to stop running Debo. It's not working anymore. The wide back thing, it doesn't work. Unless Kyle Shanahan can come up with some more exotic plays, it's just not going to work. So let's see what we're going to do as far as the next game, because we still got to focus on the next game and see where we finish. That's the biggest thing. Like you said, there's a 0.01% chance that we make the playoffs. So there's a chance, but it's very slim to none. So let's see what we can do.
Hey! Before you go, Mark, Blaze comment. It said Kittle should have smushed Debo, like the punter smushed. Like Debo. Hey!
So
You
look,
read my mind. Hey, Blaze, you read my mind, bro. You read my mind. You read my mind. But go ahead, Mark.
That wasn't the punter. That was the long snapper.
The long snapper is one to be pushed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good. Everything good. But yeah, it wasn't a pretty game yesterday. It was messy. It was a messy game from both teams offensively. But I think the tail of the tape all comes down to the rushing attack. The Rams put an emphasis on rushing the ball, even when it looked like they couldn't do it. They just kept running. And I think the difference in the games is Shanahan stopped running the ball. It was some good carries for y'all running. I know y'all on your third running back or fourth running back. I don't even know who this guy is really. Isaac Garendo. But he had some good runs. Like if you're watching the game, he had some good runs. But then he just, they stopped. They stopped running the ball. They put the ball in Purdy's hands. And it's not all Purdy's fault. Yes, he missed some throws, but every quarterback does. But y'all receivers wasn't doing a good job of getting open. They wasn't separating, they wasn't getting no space. They was dropping passes. I know Debo dropped a couple passes, and I know that still haunted him. I know one of them he probably could have ran it for a touchdown. Not 100% he would have scored, but he definitely would have got, goal. It would have been a goal line situation. The tail of the tape to me just came down to running. Like Kyron Williams, 29 rushes for 108 yards, and Isaac Garendo's 16 carries for 57 yards. I mean, nobody could throw. Matt Stafford only had 160 yards total. He didn't throw well, and Brock Purdy had 142 yards. He 14 for 31, so that means he wasn't efficient passing the ball. It wasn't everything. Again, the numbers not showing the whole game. Yes, he did throw that pick at the end of the game, but that was just him trying to make a play. I'm gonna throw the ball up to my receiver to make a play. He did it several times, and the receivers didn't make the play. So I can't just blame that game on Purdy. It's really on coaching. Shanahan didn't run the ball as much as he's supposed to, especially in the beginning when it was raining as bad as it was. That's like a running back's paradise. That's the best time to play in the rain and snow. So that's when you really got to make the game gritty, and that's what Shanahan did not do. McVay stuck to his guns. He ran the ball. back-to-back weeks he had Kyron Williams had over 29 rushing yards. So they making it an emphasis to run the ball. Even though they do got their 2 healthy wide receivers, they still making it an emphasis to run the ball. And that's not what the 49ers did. So that's why they lost. I mean, couldn't nobody throw the ball yesterday. So it all came down to the backs. Brock Purdy didn't scramble that. Well, he didn't. He scrambled once, I believe. He got 3 yards. I don't even know if that was really a scramble. If he got sacked in the 3 yards, but
he got sacked. That's what it was. He got sacked.
That's the only. I think this might be one of the only games he didn't try to run. So I mean, no, he run. He tried. Normally he runs every game. He scrambles every game. This might be the only game he didn't try to run a scramble or anything. He just he was just in the pocket trying to throw the ball, and the receivers was letting him down. Mm-hmm. So Taylor tape came down to the running backs. You got it, Joe.
I agree, Mark. I thought this was you know how you always kill Kyle Shanahan? This was a game to do it. But you didn't do it. I'm like, okay. Because, Mark, you're right. Because Kyron Williams, first half, he wasn't really running the ball that well. But as the game progressed, the more chunks he was getting. And then the more chunks he was getting, the more Matthew Stafford was able to work that play action. He was working that play action and getting those easy drop balls. And then it opened up that big play to the Puka. Now, I'm with Mark, too, because Matthew Stafford also missed some throws. It wasn't just Brock Purdy. The difference were you didn't really see any drop passes like that from the Rams. You saw it from the 49ers. Debo, we know about Debo, but Greg Jennings dropped a big third down pass.
Juwan Jennings, not
Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings, right? He dropped a big third down. It was like 3rd and 12, my dad. It was a big one. But that interception Purdy threw was terrible. I saw a guy went on the same play, same pressure, Monday night, connect on that same pass. Shout out to Terry McLaurin and Jaden Daniels against the Bengals. But when you get pressure in your face, you gotta be able to make that throw. And he didn't make the throw. He overthrew him. You got to put a little air on that thing because you might pass Mark. It was in the air for a long time. It was like a missile, right? So that was a bad pass by him. And they didn't really run the ball. They ran the ball with Debo twice. That's it. But Isaac Guerrero, y'all didn't run the ball with him enough. Think about this. He averaged 3.6 yards per carry. Kyron Williams averaged 3.7 yards per carry. Only difference is he got the ball 29 times and Isaac only got it only 16 times. The defense played awesome. It was beautiful thing to see for the 49ers. Greenlaw, you just see that combo between him and Fred Warner. Greenlaw would shoot through the gap, and they'll pick up Greenlaw, and that's how you know, Fred Warner right there for the tackle. So you could just see the chemistry on the defensive side of the ball between those two. And then he went down. I think that kind of hurt y'all too when he got hurt, right? And so, but Hufanga, he had a good game. I understand why he didn't catch that pick. I forgot he ain't got no hand.
Yeah.
So
I was upset at first. I was like, "Oh, I mean, he got hard cast."
He was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. You got to catch that though, still." But it was a good thing to see from y'all defense. Y'all really needed that game. I do think, obviously, mathematically, it's not over. Y'all can still win the division, But it's gonna be a tough hill. Even Fred Warner said that y'all got to win out. That's what he said. And y'all lost. And this was a game y'all supposed to win. Matthew Stafford, when they won against the Bills, he said, "Now let's go beat the 49ers. You know what?" That's what he said in his locker room. So I'm like, oh, they're gonna see this and they're gonna win. And then so shout out to Kyle Shanahan for not running the ball.
Man. I do want to address a comment that I saw though. It's funny that we say this about Purdy, knowing that he has a lot of injuries on this team. But Jalen Hurts, the year he did not have A.J. Brown, the year he did not have Saquon Barkley, barely got to the playoffs, and no one was talking about him getting a $60 million contract. So let's relax when we talk about Purdy being mid. Purdy does not have his left tackle on the field. He's down to his 3rd running back. His starting right guard is also out. And his number 1 wide receiver, although he was not playing well this year, is also out. So I don't want to hear nothing about Purdy being mid because Purdy has more injuries on this team than anyone does this entire season.
Let's get it. All right. So let's move on to the next topic. Our next topic, we got to talk about Devondre Campbell. Whew. Walked off the field late third quarter. No explanation. He just said he didn't want to play. But we got a video for y'all to talk about this situation. Let's get it.
Devondre Campbell, he didn't play and he went into the locker room at some point.
Yeah, said he didn't want to play today.
Play today?
Yep.
The coaching staff?
He did when I asked him why he didn't want to go in. So.
During the game or before?
No, that was in the third quarter.
I mean, he's a professional. He's been playing for a long time. I mean, if he didn't want to play, he shouldn't have dressed out. You know, he could have told him that before the game. So I feel like there was some sucker that he did. Definitely hurt the team because, you know, D went down, and we needed a linebacker, you know, and I think Flan was banged up too. So for him to do that, that's some sucker stuff to me, in my opinion. Like, probably going to get cut soon, so, you know, it is what it is with that.
Woo! So, Dave, it's your squad, man. I mean, we've seen people quit. We've seen Antonio Brown walk off the field, right? All right, we've seen Davis, you know, he retired in the middle of the game, you know, so, but this right here, this is unusual. You know, he just walked off the field and no explanation. Literally said, I don't want to play. And there's speculation saying because he wasn't getting his opportunities, Greenlaw came back and he just took his, you know, all that stuff. But Dave, this is your squad. React to it. What you think?
So let me explain this the right way. It had nothing to do with Drake Greenlaw. It was it was more so because D Winters was getting more playing time than he was. D Winters, if people don't remember, D Winters is a linebacker we drafted out of TCU. I think it was last year or the year before, but he's been on the team for a little while now. D Winters has played a lot better than Devondre Campbell has this year. If you look at most of the plays on this defense that where it plays them and giving up, who's been on the other end of that? It's been Devondre Campbell. We signed him because we weren't able to get Eric Kendricks. Remember, we had originally agreed to a deal with Eric Kendricks, but then he pulled the agreement and went to go sign with the Cowboys. So that's what happened with that. So Devondre Campbell was just we got to sign somebody. So we signed Devondre Campbell. And the reason why Eric Kendricks didn't play because he knew that he was just going to be there for Drake to take place of Drake Greenlaw while he was out. Mm-hmm. Devondre Campbell knew that was the same thing for him. But he did not play well in the preseason or in practice. So D Winters got more of the playing time than he did. And then you saw as the season went on, Devondre Campbell just kept giving a big plays, especially on passing downs. He kept giving a big plays, and he wasn't making plays in the run game either. So D Winters took that. Then you see in this game when you see Drake Greenlaw's hurt, D Winters goes out, and then Flanagan Fowles also gets hurt as well. All of a sudden now you want to have a hissy fit and don't want to play in the game. I'm glad that they got you off the team now because you don't deserve to be on the NFL team at all. You just go ahead and retire. Just leave the game because I don't understand the integrity that you have or lack thereof of integrity to be in the game. You dress up and then you don't play because you're not getting any playing time because you don't deserve it. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve it. There was nothing that you did this year to say you deserve more playing time than D Winters, Drake Greenlaw when he comes back, of course, or any other linebacker on that team. You have not played well this year, Devondre Campbell. I'm sorry. And good riddance. I'm glad that you're gone. I definitely hope that they don't bring you back. You were on a 1-year contract. Whoever you go to, good luck to them. But I'm glad that you're gone from the San Francisco 49ers, whether it's suspension or you got cut. I'm just glad you're gone because you can't have that here. I don't think anybody here will want someone like that on their team. Who honestly would want someone on the team who is so upset that they leave in the middle of a game and a game that means a lot to where you could possibly win, and then they all of a sudden just walk out. They walk out and they tell the head coach, "I don't want to play." Not I'm hurt. Not I got other things to do. I just don't want to play. We have players on this team, 2 players on this team who have lost their child. They have all the reasons in the world to not play. That's a devastating thing. That is an emotional hurt. That's a mental thing that you're going through. That's something that I believe someone would have a viable excuse to not play. Dre Greenlaw could have sat out the rest of the year. He did not have to come back and play this game with an ACL injury that he had just 10 months ago. Just 10 months ago in the Super Bowl that happened to him, and now he's back playing in the NFL. Talanoa Funga has a broken hand, but he's playing in the game with a broken hand. You're perfectly healthy, and you decide not to play. So you don't deserve to be on the team. You don't deserve to be on the field at all.
Fred Warner messed up foot. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because Dave said basically everything just now. There is no room in the league for stuff like that. On nobody team, nobody wants to play with somebody to quit on you. I don't think nobody in life want to just be around somebody to quit on you. So I mean, I think his days in the NFL are done. That right there was the last, flag pointed in the ground. That was it. So yeah, that was a sucker move. So Charvarius Ward, what he said was right. It was a sucker move. So that's all I really got to say about it. That's a sucker move. That was a sucker move. Shouldn't have got dressed.
Yeah, he signed a 1-year contract, $5 million this year. He'll be a free agent this year, so he probably did play the last NFL game, unless he got ties with some other team. I doubt it. But I do want to say this. Kudos to the 49ers, because when you look at that move, you assume, remember I killed Nick Sirianni the other day? I was like, yo, the locker room. That wasn't a locker room issue. That was literally one guy just walking off the field. They asked everybody about that, and everybody was like, yo, you should never play. I mean, George Kittle, I think it was George Kittle. He said it didn't affect us because I just one guy, you know what I mean? That had nothing to do with the game, basically. And he didn't even know he did that till after the game. So, it wasn't like the locker room was all jacked up and he was the result of it. You know what I mean? That was a personal thing he did, and that he walked off. That had nothing to do with nobody else. That is his mindset. So kudos to y'all for that, because I was waiting to see, oh man, there's gonna be some drama. Then it turned out to be no drama. Everybody was in sync. Like, yo, Fred Warner was like, man, I ain't gonna comment about that. That's his business. But this man, 31 years old, grown man. Part of my affirmation, I hope if you're watching, that you say affirmations on a daily basis. Part of my affirmations is winners never quit and quitters never win, and I am a winner. I say that every day. That's why be a quitter? Nobody wants to be around a quitter. Nobody wants to play with a quitter. Nobody wants to lock arms with a quitter. If I'm going to war with you, I need to know you're going to finish to the end. If you quit, we'll be playing 2K. And if you want to do quit in the middle of the game, I'm like, I'm not playing with this dude no more. And you're my opponent. Imagine being on the same team and you do that. It's just irritating. When my kids don't want to finish, when something simple, they eating their food and they don't want to finish it. I'm like, yo, you gotta finish your food. You gotta create a habit of going all the way, finishing through. Don't leave nothing on it. Don't leave no stone unturned. You gotta finish it all the way through. If you're gonna start something, you gotta finish it. I remember one of my mentors, his name Walter Charles, right? Y'all know who he is. And he said that I think it was one of his kids. I forgot what kid it was, probably his daughter, and she wanted to play volleyball. I think it was something like that. And then once she started, she didn't want to continue it. He like, well, you're gonna finish the season. Finish the season, and then you won't play next year. But you already started, so you want to finish the season. So that's my mentality. So when I see a grown man who's getting paid bucks quit like that, it's either something mentally going on with him that's had nothing to do with football. But I can't say that right now because he just said, I don't want to play no more. He didn't get no explanation or nothing right now. So based on what I know, he just quit because he was in his feelings. And that right there, I know daggone well Adam Peeves better not sign him right now. So I know nobody's going to sign this dude. He made a mistake. And then there were some tweets that people pulled up. I know you probably saw it, Dave. Back in 2011, 2000 and something, like a long time ago. And he was like, man, I'm so beautiful. I should quit football and be a model. Or I know he's probably joking, but like, dang, look what now he quit. Like, he probably might be a model. I don't know. So that was a terrible, immature move right there. I don't like it. I wouldn't want to be around people who quit football or quit anything in life with no real explanation. You know, just quit because you didn't want to be there. Nah, I can't rock with that.
Yep, can't either. Glad he's off the team.
Well, he's off the team. Some people gonna be out the playoffs, and some people gonna win the NFC West. So we gotta talk about it. Now it's a close race. Well, closer than you probably think. You got the Seahawks, who are 8-5.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Rams, who are 7-6. You got the Cardinals, who are 6-7, and you got the 49ers at last place at 5-8. But there are 3-game separation between last place and first place, and there are a lot of.
We're 6-8, by the way.
Huh? Oh,
6-8.
my bad. I gave y'all 6-8 because y'all did play Thursday. The new week has already started. My bad. Y'all were 5-8 last week. Y'all played the Bears. They're 6-8, so they're 2.5 games behind first place. But it's a close race, and a lot of division games still need to be played. So we gotta pick a winner early. We're not gonna wait until the end of the season to pick a winner. We're gonna do it right now. I know we all had our preseason picks. But based on right now and going forward, Mark, we're gonna kick off with you. Who's gonna win the NFC West?
Well, the Rams, in my opinion. I think the Rams got it. I don't think Seattle keep the lead. If you're looking at the schedule, I feel like it favors the Rams to win out. They always still got to play each other. Everybody do. The NFC West is a weird division. Let me not say weird. It's a competitive division. I know this year ain't going the 49ers way. The Cardinals, you don't know what Cardinals you're going to get. You might get a great Kyler. You might get a bad defense for the Arizona Cardinals. The Rams has been the only team that's really been, like, consistent. They don't win all their games, but then, they stick in what they run. They rely heavy on veteran quarterback with all the injuries that they dealt with at the beginning of the season. So they lost Puka at one point in time. They lost Cooper Kupp at one point in time. And look where they at right now. They're 8-6, so they're competing. Mm-hmm. Seattle, they really haven't been through anything like that yet. I don't think they will go through anything, but it's just like I just don't trust Geno Smith still. But I do trust Matthew Stafford. I really do. I trust Sean McVay, so I do think they end up pulling this out. The Rams, let me see. I'm trying to look at the Rams schedule, the remaining three teams that they play. Because for the 49ers, a lot has to happen, and when a lot has to happen, you don't carry your own feet. So teams that normally don't carry their own fate, it really don't work out the way they want it to. They need teams to lose twice, and 9 times out of 10 that won't happen. Then they still got to play each other, and no. So the Rams is out. The Cardinals, they should have won last week. If they would have won last week, we'd be having a different conversation right now. But they lost. The Rams just beat the 49ers, so they just got another division win. And I think Seattle still has to play the Rams, don't they?
Yep, they played them last game of the season.
And I think that's going to come down to who's going to win their division. And I think the Rams win that game. If Seattle do win, I wouldn't be surprised, but I think they're going to end up getting they're going to get outplayed. I like Stafford over Geno Smith.
I'm going to go with the Rams too. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go with the Rams. Since Puka Nacua, he played week 1 against Detroit and he got hurt. And then since he's been back, they've been 6-2. So they got out to that slow start and they've been 6-2 since Puka's been back. And since Puka's been back,
they've been 7-2 since their bye week.
7-2 since their bye week. All right. And since Puka's been back, Matthew Stafford, 16 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So he's been balling, and they've been beating. They beat some quality teams. Now the teams they lost to the Dolphins, they lost to Philly, but got Buffalo. Think about it. Look at that game they played against Buffalo, high scoring game, shootout, and then they turn around in a short week, go to San Francisco and win that game on the road on the no touchdown game, fresh off of an all touchdown game. Literally 6 touchdowns from both teams, no turnovers, And you go to this game, you force a turnover, you get no turn, you didn't turn the ball over, you win. That was a playoff win they had yesterday against the 49ers. So, and then, like you said, Mark, the Seahawks, before the season, I wasn't really high on the Seahawks. And I'm still not. Now, granted, 8-5. I got to give them their credit. Credit is due where they are right now. A lot of their games been very sloppy. A lot of their games been tight-knit. They've been winning a lot of close games. Kudos to them. But you look at the schedule down the street, they play Green Bay Packers this weekend. They play the Minnesota Vikings. Chicago will be a sneaky one. And they end the season with the Rams. And when I look at the Rams, they got the Jets. They got the Cardinals. And they got the Seahawks. So they have a favorable schedule. 49ers, sorry, Dave. Y'all got Detroit. Y'all can't take an L no more, and that's an L right there. So we got to automatically take y'all out. The Cardinals, they got an easy schedule. They got the Seahawks, Patriots, Panthers, Rams, and 49ers. But Patriots and Panthers, they win those two games, they're gonna make everything interesting. But I feel like the Cardinals, they missed out on a lot of close games. They like against the Vikings 2 weeks ago. They should have beat the Vikings. Like, it's a lot of games, and they were right there to win, and they didn't finish it. But I'm gonna go with the Rams, huh?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams because Matthew Stafford and this offense playing at a different level. Since Puka's been here, so I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Yeah, but
Dave, before you go, Dave. Let me throw this out there. Shanahan was 8-0 with games without scoring a touchdown. McVay, the Rams, was 0-6. So
he was 0-7.
The luck this season.
He was 0-7.
0-7. Just to show you the luck this season that the 49ers are having. So and the Rams are having. So take a little bit of luck to get in the playoffs too. And the Rams got that on their side right now.
Yeah.
My bad. You can go ahead. My bad, Dave.
It's gonna take a lot of luck for us to get into the playoffs now that we lost that game. What I was going to add to you, Joe, was remember the Cardinals almost beat the Bills early in the season. That was a close game that they lost as well. So they would, that would be a key win on their thing. So that's just pretty much how it is. When it comes to the Seahawks, like you said, Joe, they got the tougher schedule. They got the Packers coming up, and then they got the Vikings right after that. So that could be back-to-back L's for them, or at least one L for them, honestly. Then you got the Bears. I think that they beat the Bears, but then again, it's the Seahawks. You don't know who's going to show up. You don't know. And then they got the Rams and the Cardinals. Yes, they do have the Patriots and the Panthers, but remember the Panthers almost beat Philly and they almost beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So the Panthers is a no joke team. That's not a team that's not the same team that we saw early in the season. Let's just put it that way. This team's playing a lot better right now. So they could easily be somebody's spoiler, especially when it comes to the NFC West. I also believe that the Rams win it. I think they've played the best team ball out of everyone in the NFC West right now. 7-2 since their bye week. Had a huge win last week against the Bills. And then the team that has been smacking up on you the last few years, you sweep them, beat them in their house on Thursday night. You won the last 3 games against them, so you got that edge on them right now. Trolling them, calling them, say you the big brother now. That's they saying all that stuff now. And then you got a healthy Puka Nacua. You got Kyron Williams now running the ball. You got Blake Corum in the mix in the running game now. You still got some tight end help. Even though he didn't have a good game, Cooper Kupp, you still have Cooper Kupp. And then you have that defense that's actually been playing a lot better lately as well. That defensive line has been creating pressure. And I think they have the more favorable schedule out of everyone that's there. Because if you look at all of their opponents, it's the 2 opponents in their it's the 2 opponents that they have ahead of them. Well, now the 2 opponents that they have between them winning the division, the Cardinals and the Rams, and then you got the Jets. I don't think anyone's going to pick the Rams to lose to the Jets.
No.
So, it can happen. It's the NFL. It's possible, but I don't think anyone is. I think Vegas is going to make sure that they pick the Rams to win that game. So that's another win. And then they have a a really good chance to beat the other two. They have a chance to win out. And if they win out, they win a division. Plain and simple.
Let's get it. All right. I'm going through these quick, fellas. All right. Our next game. Next topic. Another team that's swimming in deep waters. The Cincinnati Bengals. Kind of similar to the 49ers, but they have more of a easier path, I would say. Now I want to say easier path because they don't have no chance of winning the division. 49ers actually still have a chance if they win out. But the Bengals, mathematically, they still have a chance. Before I throw the question to y'all, I'm just going to give y'all the scenario where they can actually get to the playoffs. This is why I wanted this to be a question. The question is, are the Bengals done? But before y'all answer, matter of fact, I'm actually answering first in this one. The Bengals, for them to get to the playoffs, they got to win out. That's number one. All right? We know that much. All right? And they tell y'all what their schedule is. I should have had a graphic for this. They got at Tennessee, at home versus the Browns, home versus the Broncos, and at Pittsburgh. Okay? They also need some help. They need the Miami Dolphins to lose at least 2 more games. Who do the Dolphins play? I got you. Houston Texans at Houston, against the 49ers at home, at Cleveland, and at the Jets. They need 2 losses from the Dolphins, and they also need 2 losses from the Broncos. Obviously, the Bengals got to serve one of them losses because they play each other. They got at home against the Colts, at Chargers. That's a game too. That's going to be a game. They both got a tie record, and in the same division. At Bengals and versus the Chiefs. So how the Bengals done? Yo, this sounds crazy, but I'm going to say, no, they're not done. They not done. I'm sorry. They not done. First of all, you look at the help they need. The Broncos, Colts, they got to play 4 teams who are fighting for playoffs. 4, except for the Chiefs. All right? They got to play the Colts, who the Colts still have an opportunity to win their division. They are only 2 games behind the Texans. That's it. They got the Chargers, who have the same record as them, who are also shuffling for a playoff spot, who haven't been to the playoffs in 2 years since Trevor Lawrence beat them by throwing 3 interceptions in the first quarter. They got the Bengals, who we were talking about, and they got to end it with the Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs is a different scenario because the Chiefs might be resting their players, depending on what the Bills do, and Pittsburgh. Y'all know Pittsburgh second in the AFC, right? I hope y'all know that. They are second in the AFC right now. Mm-hmm. So Pittsburgh. So I'm going to say yes, the Broncos are going to lose 2 more games. Let me say that. The Dolphins, Dave, at Houston. I'm not high on Houston, but it's a playoff game. They need to win this game. 49ers. I ain't high on the 49ers, Dave. But y'all the 49ers in the day. Cleveland and Jets. Now, this is going to be the tough one right here because Miami could win all 4 of these games, in my opinion. They win all 4 of these games.
But they could also lose all 4 of these games,
They could also lose. You know, you got Jameis Winston. You know what I mean? You know how that goes. And it's going to be in. You know what, Dave? This one in Cleveland. This one is going to be in Cleveland on prime time, Sunday night.
It might be snowing.
So they could lose 2 games. But
let me predict this now. I believe they lose that game because Tua has not won in the cold. He's 0-9 in the cold. I think under 30 degrees, he's 0-9.
And the season in New York.
It's a guarantee that they're not going to. No, I think they lose that game.
They end the season in New York. Let me do this real quick. He'll figure it out. All right. But then the Bengals, you know, they not. I mean, they got Pittsburgh at the end of the season. That's why making these predictions is kind of hard because it all depends on that last game of the season, what's going on. Because Pittsburgh might be a lock.
Yep.
You know, but that Denver game gonna be important. But they gotta beat Tennessee and they gotta beat the Browns. They struggle. Joe Burrow has a bad history against the Browns. He just does. The Browns do a good job against the Bengals. But are they done? Am I saying they're going to win it? No, I'm not saying that, Dave. But are they done? No. I do have more faith in the Bengals making the playoffs based on this scenario than somebody like y'all or like the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Somebody got the same kind of record as them. I think their pathway makes more sense than y'all pathway because y'all need these better teams to lose, like the Rams, stuff like that, who beat y'all twice, stuff like that. So they're not fighting for the division, they're fighting for a playoff spot. And they play one of the teams that they're trying to take. So I'm gonna say no, they're not done. Especially how well the offense is playing.
Go ahead, Mark.
Oh, Mark, go ahead. Yeah, I was playing musical chairs out here. He was on mute. You on mute?
Yeah, with Cincinnati, normally they're a team that get hot towards the end of the year. They've always been the same team that get hot towards the end of the year. But I think this year it's a little bit too late. I don't think their defense is really that good. They like last in almost everything. I feel like in like defensive categories. Normally when Cincinnati do come, surge, have a late surge come back for the season, they have a better ranked defense. And it don't matter how good your offense is, you need to at least be in the middle of the pack for defensive wise for your team to win. Cincinnati is not, their defense is not on that level yet. They're not on that level this year. The defense is bad, even though they got the person that's leading the league in sacks and Hendrickson. He got 9.5 or 8.5. He leading the league in sacks, but that's just one part of it. The secondary is bad. It's awful. You got who else on the D line is doing work? Offensively, they can keep up with the best of them, but they just can't stop nobody. And when you can't stop nobody, you don't have a chance. So and I don't think the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins went out since Tua came back. He has been balling. He's been a top 3 quarterback in the league since he came back. Honestly,
13 touchdowns, 1 interception since he's been back.
So and the Broncos. Do they lose 2? I don't think so. Sean Payton got, they on the same, I ain't gonna say the same level as Washington. I think their defense is a little better than Washington, but offensively, they got a great rookie quarterback. Somebody that played a lot of games in college, which you don't really see anymore. Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels had the most games played in college as quarterbacks coming out. He had 55, and he had 65, and Jaden had 55. So they both played a lot of games in college. So a lot of stuff is not unfamiliar to them. They've seen a lot of it before. So that gives them an upper hand as a quarterback, especially as a rookie quarterback this late in the season. So it's not really anything that they haven't seen before. So Cincinnati, like I said, the last topic, when you need somebody to help you get in, it don't normally work in your favor. You got to be able to control your own destiny. Because they can't control their own destiny, they started too late. They started too late. So, they started to win games too late, and they lost to the wrong teams. So, do I think they got a chance to get in the playoffs? It could happen. Anything could happen. But will it happen? No, it won't happen. It won't happen. They can definitely play spoiler, though, to a lot of teams. They can play spoiler to a lot of teams.
Especially Denver.
Yeah, you know what, Mark? It's rare that me and you agree on some topics. It is, but I think I don't think they make the playoffs. I don't think they make it. I think it's it. When you talk about that schedule, I think the Browns is easily a game that they could lose. I really do. I really think that's a game that they could lose. The Titans, I think it's possible because the Titans have a really good defense. Now the Washington, played a little bit different. Washington played a little different than that, but then you see the week after Washington played them, they actually had their defense showed up. So I think it just all depends. It all depends. The last game of the season with the Steelers, that could be a game that they could win if Steelers are sitting everybody out. But then again, depending on where that game is at the end of the season, that could be a position to where Pittsburgh is fighting for the number 1 seed. So you never know because they only have 1 or 2 losses. They have 3 losses. I'm talking about behind Kansas City because Kansas City only has 1 loss. Mm-hmm. So they got two losses behind Kansas City. I don't think Kansas City goes 16-1. I don't think that happens. I think they lose another game or 2. So they could be fighting in position for that. So that could be 2 losses for them right there. Now, when you talk about the Dolphins could easily lose out, but they could also win out. they need a lot of help. The Broncos are a really good team as well. The Broncos can beat the Chargers. They almost beat the Chiefs, but they had a field goal blocked. So you had that going. The Broncos defense is good, depending on who they play, because when they played against the Browns, they gave up 37 points, but when they played another game, they didn't give up a lot of points. So I don't think the Bengals make the playoffs. Like you said, I think they have way too much that needs to happen for them to be able to make it. They need all these other teams control their destiny. So it's not them. They have what 2 or 3 other teams that control their destiny to get to the playoffs. So I don't think they make it. I think it's done.
Yeah, it's not like it's one team that need to lose 2 games. You got 2 games, 2 teams that need to lose 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got somebody else, when somebody else got their hand on that button, it's not gonna happen. 9 times out of 10, it ain't gonna happen. And I don't think the Dolphins lose. I don't think the Dolphins lose 2 games. I don't think the Broncos lose 2 games.
I think the Dolphins can lose 2 games, but to me, it's all the other teams. It's just that you need all these other teams to lose as well. That's the thing. Yeah. And they play one of these teams. They have to play against the Broncos. They have to actually beat them. So that's another thing. And the Bengals defense is not good. It's not good. They're going to allow points.
Trash.
They have the most losses when scoring 30+ points because they also give up 30+ points.
Crazy.
It's just they if they make the playoffs, they're getting bounced in the first round. I'm sorry.
That just goes to show you that the quarterback ain't the only thing that's going to win. Like having a good quarterback.
Their offense has been good. Their offense. Joe Burrow has been playing like an MVP this year.
Yeah.
But they're 5-8.
Crazy.
Rivers 2.
Jamar Chase has been playing like he should be in the MVP conversation, but they're 5-8. He is the Triple Crown leader in receiving right now, leading in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. The only thing he's not leading the receiving in is yards per catch. He's 62nd in the league in that. But other than that, he's leading everything else. So this offense is dynamic, but the defense is just terrible. The defense just can't stop nobody. So I don't think that they win out.
All right, well, we'll see. Only time will tell. We'll see. And let's see about these upset alert picks. All right, y'all. Last topic. Upset alert. Y'all know the deal. How upset alert works. You pick a team based on the spread who's an underdog. All right? Underdog winner. I like that. You pick a team on the spread who's an underdog. Right? You look at the 2 teams based on who's plus money. You pick one of those teams and you tell us why they're gonna win. All right. So far, me personally, I am 3-1. 3-2. I lost 2 in a row. Oof. I lost last week and I lost when the Colts, not pick the Colts, not pick the Pacers. And Dave, do you know your record, Dave? You on mute.
I think I'm 0-2.
It's not. You ain't get okay. 0-2. See, I picked the Cardinals 3 weeks in a row. No, 2 weeks in a row. They got me, and then the Titans got me, and then I lost 2 in a row. And Mark, you never done this, right?
I did it once. I lost. I had the Panthers beating the Eagles.
You were close though. You were last week. That's right. Last week. That's right. Last
close.
week. You were close.
I think I got a great one today. All
right. Well, let's kick it off with you, Mark. Then. So, Mark, who was your upset alert pick?
My upset alert pick is going to be the Browns over the Chiefs.
Ooh, Mark going big or going home.
It's not that, like what Jerry Jeudy is playing really good, and I know that the Chiefs got a really good, secondary. But they playing against not Deshaun Watson, they playing against Jameis. And I don't care how good your secondary is, Jameis gonna test you. He might throw 2 picks, but he'll throw 4 touchdowns too. Might throw, he'll throw for 400 yards on you real quick. And you don't even realize he threw for 400. So I mean, I like the direction of the Browns have been going in offensively and defensively. They've been playing really good, but they just can't squeeze out a win. But my pick this time is going because the Chiefs is getting they're getting bad, and it's killing me because they're getting bad. They're getting bad to the point where I think they're gonna have a first round. Well, they can be first round, but like second round exit. Lose the first playoff game. They play in the season. Yeah, like they've been getting bad too much, and normally teams that there was a stat I seen teams that won by I believe like either 7 or 3. If they get by 10, 3 or more, the most three win or 3-point win teams lose in the first round of the playoffs.
They definitely know.
So I mean, you can say it, but you know they already had they were 5 years strong. They won 3 championships in the last 6 years. So I mean, they not. I don't think they on the level that they like to the point where they ain't gonna lose this year. Like it's just all right. Well, we just found a formula to win, which they probably did, but it's changing this season. Like it's a big shakeup in the NFL. So I mean, I got the Browns winning this one.
Wow, that's huge. That's huge. Mine is this game has a 71% win probability for the team that's supposed to be winning this game.
Wow.
I'm picking the Patriots to beat the Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
I'm picking the Patriots to beat the Cardinals. I think Drake May has played well since he's gotten to the starting lineup. I like their run game with Ramondre Stevenson. I like what they're doing with him getting his wide receiver involved now. I think the Patriots can go on the road and beat the Cardinals at home. The Cardinals, they're deep. Like I said, they're iffy on offense and defense. They can get hot, but they can also get cold. They can make good defensive plays, and then they can give up a lot of points. So I'm picking the Patriots to beat the Cardinals.
I know you need this for your playoff hopes.
Nah, I didn't even look at that. I ain't even look at that. I'll be honest. I didn't even look at that. I think the Patriots got a chance to win this game.
Well, the team I'm picking, they have a 24% chance to win based on the pick'ems. All right. I picked them on the pick'ems on the unfazed for AJ. I'm picking the Dolphins over the Texans. So the Texans are favorite minus 150. So the Dolphins are plus money, plus 130. Like you said, Tua's been good. He's been averaging over 325 yards a game since he's been back. So offensively, he's been throwing the ball a lot too. Offensively, he's been doing great. And they playing the Houston Texans team. You talking about squeaking by, Mark. The Houston Texans be squeaking by.
Oh, my goodness.
So the Texans are struggling. They almost lost to the Jaguars. So the Texans, I don't trust the Texans at all. Like I said, no shot to the Eagles, but it happened. I think the Texans are the AFC version of the Eagles from last year. Only difference is they're actually going to win it. I think, matter of fact, they're going to probably win more games than the Eagles did down the stretch because they didn't start 10-1. But they're going to slide to the end of the season, and they're going to lose in the first round. That's going to be your Texans. So they still have a chance to get walked by the Colts. Like I said, they might lose 3 of these last 4 games. But I got the Dolphins going there with expectations of making the playoffs. They playing in a warm environment in the dome where Tua's going to be comfortable. The whole team's going to be comfortable. I think they'll have a good day offensively against this team. And plus, Houston's been turning the ball over a lot in recent games. So I'm going with Miami. J-Mo, I got you.
I ain't mad at that pick. I honestly don't. Even though you said that they only got 24-25% chance to win that game.
That's crazy.
I don't see that as an upset.
That's crazy. I don't see
that as an upset.
It's based on the pick'ems, though. It's based on the pick'ems.
No, I know. I know what you're saying. I know how it's supposed to be.
Well, okay,
you
still is the Eagles.
Who got the name I picked for it, though? So you like the name I picked for the banner though? Instead of upset alert, underdog winner.
Yeah, I mentioned when I first do that. Hey, Mark, you read my mind. So I'm going to pick some games. We got a little time real quick. I'm gonna go over some games. We're gonna pick a winner. All right.
You can do that. I'm with it.
Let's do that. All right. First, we're gonna do this one. Obviously, we gotta do this one. Commanders Saints.
Commanders
are minus. They favor minus. Oh, I've got that. The Dolphins are. Houston is favorite by 3 points. They're -3. Gotta say that. Houston -3. And Mark, you picked the Chiefs, right? And the Chiefs are -4.5 favorites. Woo. And that's it. Dang, we won that. And who you got? Who you got, Dave?
I said the Patriots.
Patriots. Cardinals are -6. Dang, they the biggest underdogs that you picked. I thought I was sure with the Browns. All right, y'all ready? Commanders Saints. Commanders are -7.
Commanders.
We'll probably beat them by 30, I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I think we're gonna blow them out too, Mark. You know, I might be wrong, but get the dub. That's all I care about.
You know what? I'm nervous because the backup quarterback, Hainier.
Backup quarterback.
Man, look, you can say what you want. I don't know. He a wild card to me. Brother's a wild card.
The Saints not winning that game.
I get what you're saying, Decorius. I get what you're saying.
All right,
young coming up. You know
I'm more so on Joe's side. Y'all, because I don't see that.
Joe Montana gonna go up. It might be Joe Montana.
Zesty Joe Montana. But
all right, this one right here. I'm only doing this one because we got people in the chat, but I think it's gonna be an interesting game. Cowboys Panthers.
I got the Panthers.
Oh my gosh! Oh, yeah,
too many close games they lost that they were supposed to win. I don't think
that's it. That's exactly it. They had close losses against really good teams.
Great team, really good teams.
I picked the Cowboys on picking. I'm gonna stick to it. I've been too nice to the Cowboys this year. All right, Bills Lions. Woo!
Well,
I'm gonna go Bills.
Take an L here.
Oh, everyone going Bills?
I'm picking the Bills too. Yeah, I think the Lions take an L here.
I went Lions, so okay. Green Bay Seahawks.
Green Bay.
Seattle.
Ooh. Mark need Green Bay to lose.
I need GB to lose, yeah.
I got Packers too. I picked Packers on the pick ons. Hopefully I'm wrong. All right. I'm gonna pick two more. Chargers or Bucks?
I'm going Chargers.
Is Mike Evans back? Mike Evans back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he been back. Yep.
He been back.
I'm taking Tampa Bay on this one.
I'm not mad at you, Mark. I was gonna pick him on pick-ems, but I ended up picking the Chargers. So you got the Bucks.
Yeah, I got the Bucks.
And lastly, Steelers. Eagles.
I knew it. I knew that's the game you was going to say.
Look, I don't like either team. But for the sake of the division, I need the Steelers to win that game.
It's a little different for me. I only dislike one team. It's just one fan I don't dislike for the other team.
Real quick. Dallas and Carolina game. It's in Carolina. Ty, go ahead, Dave.
He might be picking Dallas then, since Dallas on the road because they don't really win at home for it. Yeah, I don't like the Eagles. I just don't like a fan of the Steelers, of course.
That's the only fan that's active.
Exactly. But when I look at both teams, Steelers not having George Pickens and Eagles having their issues in the locker room with Hurts and AJ Brown, I'm going to pick the Steelers to win this game.
DP, are you with me? George Pickens not playing, but you know, RBO Vaughn will tell you himself. The Steelers proved they can win without GP. So, look, Russell Wilson is an actual quarterback. So I mean, he throws receivers open. So I mean, I know he's going against the Eagles this time, and I know he ain't gonna have no help in the run game because Najee back there. But I don't know. I got Russell winning this game, Mr. Unlimited. Let's go, Mr. Unlimited.
No, Mr. I had picked the Eagles, man. Joe's picking gonna be big to me. Gonna be big. He's a big play person, so yeah.
Again? Oh my gosh.
Be hurt again. All right, I think that's all the games I want to go over. I guess y'all got Dolphins, Texans. Who y'all got?
Dolphins, Texans.
I got the Dolphins.
Okay.
I got the Dolphins too.
Okay, so we all got the Dolphins.
I told you, Joe, I don't believe in the Texans no more. I'm sorry, I don't. They got to prove it to me.
All right, let's wrap it up. It's gonna be early day today. Be ready to pay me. Look, be ready to pay me because of Najee. He up by like 180 yards.
I'm gonna gift you headphones if Najee win. He'll like that one. I'm gonna gift you a headset for your game. I'm gonna gift you a headset.
I don't know. It's still close though. Last time I checked the other day, and he got him by like 180 yards. But you know, B-Rob
ain't played 2 games.
He been running the ball well too, and Najee been averaging like 50 yards a game, something like that.
It's
Yeah,
other
B-Rock
little components. It's not just yards. You got to get it's touchdowns and yards per carry too. So yeah,
what's the
Najee,
bet?
Najee is he's.
What's the bet?
Team gear.
No. What's the bet? Like rushing yards? What is it?
Rush yards,
touchdowns, and yards per carry.
Yeah. Oh, you winning, Mark?
I know. It's Najee we going against. You know, B-Rob could probably stop for the rest of the season and still be better than Najee. It's Najee.
So who got the So B-Rob got more touchdowns?
Yeah, he got one of the most touchdowns.
And he can average more yards per carry.
Yeah,
it's just the yards because B-Rob ain't played with 3 games.
So we talking like just rushing, right?
Yeah, rushing.
Oh, it's Najee and Warren versus Eckler and B-Rob. Well, I think even with that.
Oh, it is?
Nah, it's just 1-on-1.
Even with that, wouldn't Eckler still have it though?
Hold on, Vaughn.
Nah, it's not that. It's just 1-on-1. It's not Eckler too.
We got I remember y'all avoiding it because they got hurt last time.
Yeah, that was last year. This year I was like, it is what it is. I was Najee and Warren versus Eckler. Okay, well he said
that's what I said.
That's
why I said it. I was looking at the
comment. I don't know what.
Hold on. I gotta look this up, y'all. I gotta look this up. My bad, y'all. I gotta see where we got right there with that one. Real quick. We got some time. So right now, oh man, it's a 2-on-2 battle. And Eckler out for the year probably.
Yeah, he's done for the year.
Yo, for the year. Dang, you should have did a running back room. So, we would have. All right, TJ Warren. All right, so TJ Warren, he got. Hey, Dave, write it down. Can you write it down? Calculate it for me. So TJ Warren. Say TJ Warren. Oh my gosh, I said TJ Warren. Jalen Warren. I'm like, any kind of paces. What's going on? All right, so he missed games too, though. So it's kind of even. Eckler. Right. Probably kind of even. He got 359 yards on 87 attempts. So we got to add them all together, right? Basically, 87 attempts. And he got 1 touchdown. Najee Harris, this is funny. We're doing a live back. Najee Harris got 877 rushing yards on 223 carries and 5 touchdowns. Ooh, Eckler got some touchdowns, though.
I know. That's why I said.
All right, so Brian Robinson Jr., 138 carries, 640 yards, and 8 touchdowns.
He got more touchdowns than both of them combined.
Austin Eckler, 74 carries, 355 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Y'all winning that by a landslide right now.
So now we gotta do the yards per carry though. So you gotta like do the so how many carries do Austin Eckler got? I just read it.
74.
74. What about B-Rob?
He got 138.
138. All right, that's 212. How many yards B-Rob got?
640.
Eckler?
355.
212, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 4.69 yards per carry.
Let's just say 4.7.
Okay. And give me Warren and Najee Harris.
So
yeah, give me the carries first.
So Najee has 223 carries. Jalen has 87.
All right, give me the yards.
Yards, 877 for Najee and 359 for Warren.
3.9 per carry.
Trash.
That's crazy.
But Javon winning the yards though.
Javon winning the yards.
Yeah,
because they got more attempts.
But y'all are winning in yards per carry and in touchdowns.
So they got Walker in touch. Oh, they got 6 touchdowns to what? To 12. Dang.
Yeah. So y'all double their touchdowns right now.
Woo.
Yeah. Warren and Najee would need to go off these last few weeks.
How many games Warren missed? Do I say? Oh, my bad. I got this stuff right here. Warren missed some games too. Warren only played. So Austin Eckler already played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. And Warren 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's gonna play more games than Austin Eckler.
Yep.
So it's even right now. Probably game. So great bet. All right. So my last words. The fact that they playing less games is gonna get them. Well, Eckler and Warren both got 11 games, and Eckler averaging more yards per carry.
Yeah.
Because Eckler got 355 yards on 74 carries, and Warren got 359 yards, because it's 4 yards more on 87 carries. So, I mean, thank you, JD5. I mean, Mark got thank JD5. He brought, he bring the attention.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I just, I know running backs when I see him. Najee probably just got to move to another team. Steelers ain't it.
I like Najee. Najee been running good though lately. This season, bro, he been running pretty good. He might get 1,000 yards again.
He might.
Nah, he gonna get 1,000 yards.
He got 877 yards. He's gonna get
they played against the Eagles. Eagles defense not sweet.
Okay, he had 3 games after that. You don't think he's gonna get 130 yards in 3 games?
No, I don't know. You can get 30 yards a game.
Come on, Mark.
Really, it's Najee we talking about.
Come on, Mark.
It's Najee we talking about, man.
He's gonna get 1,000 yards, Mark. He'll get 1,000 yards.
Not B-Rob get 1,000 yards.
Unless he gets hurt, he's going to have 1,000 yards.
B-Rob gets 100 yards for the rest of the season every game. It's 1,000 right there.
I like that. We gotta pay the Eagles too.
Yeah, and we ain't got Eckler, but we
gonna
B-Rob has 640 yards. He's going to need more than just 100 yards a game.
No, we got 4 games left. 100 yards a game. We got to put it at 1,040.
Never mind. I'm thinking. I already played another game. Don't worry.
And one of them games. Hold on, who we play? The Cowboys again.
We play the Cowboys. We play the Falcons. We play the Eagles, and we play the Saints.
Shoot, just run him
game for B-Rob. You know what I'm saying? So,
run him 30 times against the Cowboys. He'll get it.
I hope they do. Do it. Run him 30 against the Falcons. Run him 30 times against the Eagles. Do it.
Might be Javon. JD5 just might be out of the rushing by the end of the year.
Cool. You know what? He the number 1 quarterback at NFC and Pro Bowl voting too.
Shout out to my man JD5 for that.
Holla at me. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah. No, I was about to say the second highest voted player in the NFL overall.
No, he's third.
It was Lamar Jackson, and then it was him. Who else?
Unless you change, let him say he was third. Then you post the news. Who third?
Might be third. I thought it was second. Might be third. Yeah,
I think he's third. He's third. And he's first in the NFC.
Yeah,
so we got a lot of guys in the top 10. I'm like,
first in the NFC, third in the NFL. You got Jamar Chase and Lamar Jackson above him.
Oh, Jamar Chase? He going crazy in the receiving.
You see this? You see this is what greatness looks like in the beginning stages.
It's Pro Bowl votes though.
In the beginning stages. I'm talking about in the season. Y'all see JD5.
Yeah.
The Pro Bowl is a popularity contest. This ain't got nothing to do with what you're doing on the field all the time.
I'm talking about in general. Look at JD5. We ain't talking about the Commanders all day.
It'll mean something if he's an all-pro. If he's an all-pro, then it means something. If he's not all-pro, then
in the NFC, I mean,
he might win all-pro. In the NFC, think about that.
Look, all I'm saying is that's when you can brag about it. Don't brag about it.
Think about it. Like who is gonna be Jared Goff?
No, I think it's gonna be Jared Goff and probably. They probably throw Sam Darnold in there. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be mad. I don't know.
They might throw.
They
might throw Jalen Hurts in there too because of all of his touchdowns.
Man, Jalen Hurts better not be an all-pro.
They always gonna win all-pro. Nah, he's not all-pro.
He better
not
be
all-pro, but I'd be shocked. I'm not saying he's playing horrible.
I'm just happy all the Jalen Hurts hate I've been giving him all these years is found.
Dude, they might even get all-pro to Joe Burrow, even though his team ain't winning. He got all them stats.
Nah, AOC is gonna be Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. That's already said. It's gonna be Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, most likely.
And then you still got Mahomes.
Mahomes ain't going up. Nah.
So wait, it's two
on each for quarterbacks, yeah.
All-pro?
Mm-hmm. You're right on tripping. It's only 2 on the league.
You talking about?
JD definitely ain't winning it. What the man?
It's
Oh,
not.
so
Yeah, I
y'all
was
ain't winning
thinking.
it.
It's not like the. You're right. Yeah,
It's gonna be Josh Allen and Dagon Lamar Jackson.
he gonna be on
That's
the all
it.
NFC team.
They might give it to Jared Goff, but Lamar might not get it if he keeps slumming.
Yeah, I
And
think it's gonna be
not
Josh
him, but
Allen and Jared Goff.
Jared Goff got one loss. Did he win out? They might give it to Jared Goff.
They got 2 losses.
They got one Bucks. That's what I'm saying. We talk about the Chiefs, right? But they got the same record as the Lions. Lions, they go finish with the best record in the league. And then come win a great coach. All right. My last word. I've been talking about last words out for like 10 minutes now. Shout out to the whole R2L family. Shout out to the whole R2L network. Tomo and I here, so I'm gonna call all the superstar members. Shout out to Lambo and Anlo on the intro song. Shout out to my brother Aaron Han that did the logo for us. And all of our superstar members. Let's get it popping. All right. We got myself. Hold on, superstar. Hold on. I'm going to superstar. Sorry. Some people are all stars and pros. I'm bad. Here we go. My boy Tomo, myself, Dave, Big O, Cardo, Teddy, Giovanni, Worm, Chris, Lamar, and Coach Coombs. Shout out to all the superstar members. We appreciate y'all. And shout out to all the members, right? All-Star Pro, any member, right? And Commanders, man, you got the Saints this weekend. Let's handle business. I ain't got a game until. Oh yeah, by the way, Dave, we got a game. My finger is swollen. I don't know. My finger, yeah, it's messed up. I probably can't play. We got a game this Sunday, and last night I already had a swollen finger, but I tried.
Sorry to your team. That's an L. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna still try to play, but it went first it's hurting right here, and now it's like it hurt on my knuckles now right here. Like this whole
That's your
thing,
shooting hand too, ain't it?
Yeah, but it's not really shooting. It's like if I try to get it still, and when it bends back, that's when it hurt. Shooting, I can do that.
You need to put some tape on it then.
Yeah, I might be like Kobe got that jump. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So take my fingers up, something like that. But yeah, shout out to the squad. My jersey will be in a couple of days. I can't wait to see that. But anyways, Commanders, we got the Saints. Let's handle business, man. I know some people think we got Joe Montana coming to the field. Come on, y'all. Let's blow these dudes out. That's all I gotta say. All right. Jaden Daniels, he went back to Arizona. That's what happened. He's going back to Louisiana. You're gonna see what happens. Y'all forget he went to LSU. So he's gonna try to show off. All right. So shout out to my boy JD5. We got 5 on it. Sacramento, you finally beat the Pelicans. You finally did it. Congratulations. I mean, they understand. Because last year, it beat us 6 times last year.
I never seen that ever happen in basketball where you get swept.
It was only 6 times because we played them in the NBA Cup playoffs. Exactly. And they beat us. Then we played them in the play-in and they beat us. They knocked us out the NBA Cup and the playoffs. So we finally beat these dudes. Shout out to y'all. 3-game winning streak. Since Malik Monk has been in the starting lineup, we have the #1 offensive rating in the NBA. So we were looking good. Kings talk also tonight to recap that game. And what else I got? I think that's all I got. Oh yeah, Texas Longhorns. We got some time. No time soon. Got to get rid of these little itty bitty bowl games and stuff like that. People ain't make it to the playoffs. Sorry, Dave. And then once that's all done, we got the playoffs. Let's get this dub. Let's get these dubs. Let's get this natty. And Wake Forest. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't really been watching it like that, but keep doing y'all doing. More power to y'all.
Sound like he had zero confidence in Wake Forest right there.
I mean, I haven't really been watching. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't cute about.
Hey, for me, shout out to everybody that has had a show throughout this week. Shout out to Mark for coming in, stepping in while Tomo's out. So shout out to you, Mark. Shout out to RBO who had a great show the other day. So RBO was a really great show. Shout out to RBO as well because RBO helped me with my doghouse today. So shout out to you, Vaughn, for that. To everyone in the network, I said this in the group messages on WhatsApp, but I'm gonna say it now. Dave's Doghouse is going to be implementing. Is going to be on every other show now as well. If I have someone in your sport or on your team, Joe, that I believe needs to be in the doghouse or as a dog, well, it might be hard for your show because your show is usually late. But
every show is late on ours.
Every show is late. So I'm going to make sure that I have an attempt to get on your show and have to just be able to get on your show and talk about it on your show. But yeah, shout out to the 49ers. You know, defense played great the last 2 games, even though we lost last night. Injury riddled season, but you know, we still have some games left. We have a 0.01% chance, but let's still go out there and win some games. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not the type to say tank and just say forget it. Let's get a better draft pick. Let's go out there and play some football and win some games. Miami Heat, man, I'm proud of y'all. Yeah, I didn't think y'all would be where y'all are right now. I'm not saying that y'all like top 3 season out like that, but you winning some games and you winning some big games. You know, you beat the Lakers by 40. You know, starting than last year. You beat the Cavaliers. That was a huge game. That's the number 1 team in the East. You were able to beat them. You beat Phoenix, but it was without Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal. But hey, you still beat them. So you winning some really tough games. 7-3 in the last 10 games. Tyler Hero has been balling. Bam is starting to play well. I know we're hearing things about Jimmy Butler possibly, you know, in trade rumors, but 3 of those teams have already said no. You know, so I don't know if he's going to go anywhere. Honestly, I don't think so. But hey, it's rumors. I think this could be all about a contract thing. Who knows? I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. Duke, come on, Cooper Flag, keep doing your thing. Let's keep getting these wins up. Let's make sure that we sweep North Carolina this year. I need to win another bet against Vaughn, so let's sweep North Carolina this year. And shout out to Miami, University of Miami, man. You know, this is a season that was successful nonetheless. You know, I had us going 11-1. We went 10-2. So, you know, I was just a game off, and we didn't go to the ACC championship game. We're not in the playoffs, but we have a Davey O'Brien Award winner. So shout out to Cam Ward. Shout out to Xavier Restrepo, both of them being All-American players. And let's see what happens next year. And shout out to the Red Sox for getting Gary Crochet. We now have an ace on our team. So let's go Red Sox.
That's good.
All right. It's my turn. So, like Joe was saying, you know, we got the Saints this week. Jaden go back to Louisiana. We played at LSU at, you know, to play in the Superdome. So I feel like he's going to have a great time, a fun time. Marshawn Lattimore, first game premiered as a Washington Commander. I know Joe Fielder probably mentioned that. So I'm looking forward to a lot of like a different press defense, a more dominant defense this week. Also, I know last time I was on the show, we talked about the Wizards in the bad streak that we was on, and I think I called it that day that we was gonna beat the Nuggets, so you know it wouldn't be like the worst team of all time like Detroit was. Cooper Flag just ball like you do, and we'll pick you up in the first or second pick when we pick at the end of the year for the draft. So you know, outside of that, you know, I just want to send a get well soon to my cousin. He had a heart attack a couple days ago. So I want to get well soon to my cousin. And you know, thank you for watching. Refuse to lose. Thank you for everybody that follow, support. You know, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe before you leave. That's it.
That's good. We definitely be praying for your cousin.
Definitely.
All right. So that's all we have for y'all today. It's Friday. Go enjoy your weekend, and we'll see y'all on Tuesday at the very next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.